Welcome to DS Trucks. I'm out here on a morning drive in my wife's 2.7 Ecoboost, and I was just thinking, like, man, am I participating in a scam? The reason I bring this up, participating in a scam, is because I'm going through this thing right now. It's like, having all this time available, being off from work, from Ford, because we just had a baby, and I took the full baby bonding, and something happened because of COVID, because of just being busy doing whatever. I forgot to put the new kid, on the insurance, and we had a couple doctor visits, whatever, standard stuff. But because of COVID, the procedure was different. Like the normal checkout process that we went through at the pediatrician's office was different. Was no contact. You get in, you get out. You don't touch nothing. You don't do nothing. All you do is you get in, you get out, and that's it. The thing is, though, they weren't checking the insurance, so I never added the kid to the insurance, and I think the kid had two visits to the doctors. One, I wasn't there. The second one, I went with my wife, and I don't know what they did on the first one, but on the second visit, I was there, and I know exactly what they did. Because they didn't do nothing. All they did was came in, they looked at the baby, they kept social distance. They kind of took off the diaper and looked. I asked them questions. How do you do this? How do you do that? I never had a girl. And they were kind of like, what's going on up here? Some police action. Whatever. I had a couple questions, and they were kind of like, she looked at the kid for 2 seconds. She looked at the kid for a couple seconds, and then she left. So I didn't think nothing of it. It is what it is. Quick in and out visit. But then, the kid had another appointment to get some kind of shots, some kind of immunizations, whatever. And right before the appointment came, we get a call from the doctor's office, and they said, you can't come in here because your kid's not on the insurance, and all those visits that you had, those 2 visits, you owe money for those visits, and we can't see you again because your bill is $900 for those 2 visits. And if we see you again, and then your bill is going to be so much money that we don't know if you'd even be able to pay it or how it will get paid. But until you get that insurance on that kid, we can't see that kid anymore. And I was like, put into a scramble, because my wife's like, you gotta get the insurance fixed. You gotta get it fixed. You gotta get it fixed. And she's like freaking out. I'm like, whoa. So she's freaking out on me. So I gotta get this insurance fixed. I'm calling people, texting people, whatever. And they ended up, it took a day or whatever, but they ended up fixing it. But it takes a minute. It takes 10 to 15 days for it to show up in the system, whatever. But it kind of got me thinking, are we participating in a scam? Because what on earth did they do for $900? It's got me thinking about a lot of things. It's like, man, I should be plowing snow for the pediatrician, because they're sucking money out this economy like vampires. What did they do for $900 when all they did was came in the room and looked at the kid? There was nothing wrong with the kid, and they left. They looked at the kid, and then the kid was fine, and they left. Shouldn't that be? I mean, shouldn't that be like $100, $115, the doctor's time? Like, where did they come up with $900 worth of what? And then I'm like, well, how much are the shots? Because we don't want to miss the appointment and we'll get reimbursed, whatever. They really don't have a pathway for you to pay for it. It's like, if you don't have insurance, they don't even want you. Really, it felt like to me that they didn't really want you to pay for it. They're like, well, the option to pay for it wasn't even there. What if I had the money? What if I just said, hey, I have the money? Like, just keep everything on schedule. Oh, don't worry, don't come in. It's like, well, maybe those shots aren't that important. If they were important, you'd really be trying to get me to do it. It seems like to me that money is way more important than these shots. Like, how dangerous are the, like, is there a reason that I'm getting these shots? You know, I hear a lot of people saying, oh, don't get this shot, don't get that shot because it's going to cause autism and all this different stuff. And it's like, I don't really know. You know, it's hard for me to speculate. I'm busy doing my own thing here. I don't know what these shots are doing, causing. You know, I don't want to speculate with something I don't know. But from my perspective right now, I'm like thinking, well, if they were that important, then the option to pay would at least be, I mean, they won't even say how much it is. Like, you should know how much some of this stuff costs, right? It's like, we're going in, when you have the good insurance, it's like you just go into the doctor and you really don't worry, but they really kind of do whatever they want to do. It's kind of a weird thing. So I don't know if the shots are important, because once the money stopped coming, them shots wasn't important no more. You know, they always say, oh yeah, you should really get that shot. Like, what shot is it now? Just a shot. Like, I don't know. It could just be who, God knows what. You know, are we participating in some kind of a con or some kind of a scam? Like, this is why insurance is so much money. Like, $900 for what? You know, so they've got the insurance straightened out, but it's taking some time so that the kid can go in and get her shots, and whatever's in those shots. To me, it seems like it became very much less important. If it was important, why not? I mean, geez, why not even tell me how much it costs, so if I can pay for it? And then if, you know, and even the thing is, even though the insurance has been fixed verbally, I mean, it's done, but it's they don't have proof. And when they look in their system didn't update yet, because like I said, it's gonna take some time. They even like a confirmation number or whatever, no, they want to see it updated before they do anything else. And it's like, I get it, you know, if you pay for it, then they'd have to figure out how to reimburse, and that's extra work and legwork and paperwork and all that. But I don't know, it could be because of COVID, with these new COVID things that they have to do. I bet they're charging more. If you think about it, they can probably get away with charging a little bit more with COVID because they can't see the volume that they were seeing. They can't, you know, so I bet a visit is going to cost X amount of dollars more just because of the restrictions that are imposed. You know, although other businesses can't do that. You know, your family restaurant that sees like barely any customers, they're not going to be able to charge 3 times as much just because they don't have 3 times as many clients. But I wouldn't be surprised if the doctor's office was doing that as well. I don't know. You know, I didn't know how much these visits were. You know, it's like, that's one of the things about working at Ford, is like they give you this insurance and they make you feel very comfortable. You know, how much does a childbirth cost? I think the first one we had was like $33,000. And then the second one was a little less because we had to get in and out because of COVID. But, man, you think about that, 33 grand for, you know, a baby to come out pretty much on his own. It's like, it's very interesting. You know, this whole medical system is very, very interesting. You know, but It is what it is. I don't make the rules, but insurance is expensive. It's hard to get. It's hard to even get it. I can run it through my company, but in order to run it through my company, I need to offer it to the employees. They're not going to be able to afford it. It's just ridiculous, guys. It's just ridiculous. The insurance prices are high because the medical bills are high. You're essentially paying. You think, well, the insurance is $1,000 a month. I'm essentially paying for all these visits anyway through the insurance. So, it is what it is, guys. Comment below, though. Tell me what you think. This is DS Trucks going for a morning drive. Just had this quick thought. Are we participating in a scam or not? It is what it is. So, thanks for watching. Have a great day. See you in the next one. Over and out. DS Trucks.